Hi guys, I always get questions both on my Etsy shop and sometimes on Instagram and sometimes on like release videos on how to use my horizontal kits in a horizontal planner to do no white space planning. And while I've put out like pictures and I've had all my plan with me's from last year, I realized that those were really long and I wanted to make like a shorter video kind of explaining it, especially with the new format. So this is a Erin Condren horizontal colorful planner that I got off of a buy sell trade site. And this is my Sweet as Honey horizontal weekly kit. It was one of my March releases and I'm pretty sure it's still in the shop. I'll link my shop down below if you want to go check it out. So the two things that I always bring out when I am planning in horizontal is I bring out a pair of scissors just because you always need to trim things, and then I bring out this slice tool. I got it at Michael's, but you can also find it at on Amazon. It just is like it just cuts precision lines, and I use a combination of these two. I also brought out my Erin Condren ruler that came with this planner on that buy sell trade site. I'm actually going to grab one of my other ones just because this one's all pretty and still has like the seal on it, and this one's like busted up. So let me open up the kit and show you what's inside. Okay, so first of all, the February freebie, my pen test sticker, and this particular kit was one of those that came with like a die cut with it, which is really cute. I actually think I'm going to leave this out so I can put it in the new Traveler's Notebook I purchased. So my horizontal kits, this is the current format as of February 2018. I do tend to change up the formats. So the front page has 8 full boxes and 8 flags. I chose this kit to lay things out because it does have a double box, actually 2 double boxes, and I wanted to show you how I use double boxes in a horizontal. Then we have our ombre checklist and regular checklists, our half boxes, quarter boxes, skinny appointment labels, large appointment labels, habit trackers, and bill dues. We have our divider strips, solid washi, and little things. Our first functional page, there's just a lot on here. Our next functional page with date covers and our deco, glitter headers, regular headers, appointment labels, and then all of our washi, and then another weekend banner. I'm going to actually use both weekend banners to show you what they both look like. So we are going to start with the washi page. The washi is formatted to be the maximum length that the top bar could be. So what you need to do is line it up with the edge. And then I always grab my ruler and my slice tool. If I don't have my slice tool, you can just use if you don't have a slice tool, you can obviously just use scissors. I just push it up against this till I get it where I want it. Oopsies. Okay, and I could probably cut off a teensy bit more just because I was covering up more of the 8 than I thought. Alrighty, and I was okay with just laying that down because I use removable matte sticker paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Okay, so the top washi is placed down. This obviously, if you were using like a neutral, would blend in better because you don't have like the top things up here, or you could always white those out. But there's that. So I actually didn't realize that the horizontal, I don't know if I think it's just the colorful, doesn't come with flags that need to be covered up, so I won't be using those. But I am going to go in and grab my divider strips, wherever they are. Oh, they're on this page. And I'm going to lay those down. So the divider strips are pretty self-explanatory in my opinion. You just find the corner and place them down. And there's a teensy bit of an overlap just because I like to put mine right in the solid lines, but I know that some people don't. So again, the slice tool comes in handy for that. I'd always rather have these be too big than too small. And in the neutral, because I've done this once in the neutral. Well, I guess not once, more than once. I've done this in the neutral. It just feels like these lines are a lot larger in that one. I'm not sure if that's just me though. But honestly, even when I planned in the horizontal planner, I hated the divider strips. I just found them to be like cumbersome and take up like a ton of time like they are right now. So I can see that being like a huge draw of using the neutral, because like you don't have to deal with this. Okay, so we got my first set down. I'm going to flip this over. And I always make my divider strips match whatever the top washi pattern is. Just because it also matches then the date covers, and that kind of like all comes together. Okay, so the divider strips are down, and I'm going to go ahead and jump in with the date dots and the date covers. I always like to plan from the outside in. It's just how I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and use just the dates that are already on this page. Okay, so I'm just going to put these in how I intended them to go when I made these. This is how I would plan when I was, actually I'm going to turn them this way, how I planned when I was in my own horizontal planner. Obviously I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but they were intended to go along here. And sometimes I actually forgot to do this. I would turn the numbers so that they were facing down, so they were facing the correct direction as you stared at your planner. But that's all up to you, how you want to do things. And then you'll see that the last one on here is not blank. On my vertical kits, this says plan next week, but I decided on this to make it a notes cover for down here, because that's like your sidebar. So next I'm going to grab my glitter headers. I'm going to go ahead and just go in the order that the glitter headers came in the kit, and I'm going to lay those down so we can start with our to-do lists. I'm going to go ahead and place these down, and then also the to-do list checklists. And if things look like they're going crooked, don't blame the stickers and don't blame the planner, blame me. I have this awful habit of making everything crooked when I put it down. You see it in my videos. No matter how hard I think I'm trying and doing carefully, it doesn't work. So when you flip this over, you have several options. You can always just go ahead and like, again, go back to pink and like do it in that order, but I like to then go backwards, so starting with black up here, so it's kind of like diagonal. If that makes any sense, I'll just place it down. So most of the boxes look great. This one went all kinds of crooked, but as you can see, I'm color blocking with the glitter headers. You can obviously use regular headers facing whatever direction you would like, but I like the glitter headers, especially in the horizontal. So the next section I do is the middle section is kind of like my today and little things section. This is where I would put like my plans, and then my full boxes here, and that's just because I hate writing like right on the coil, so if I just put full boxes here, things are easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and make up some fake plans and stick all of that in here. So as always happens when I do mock plans, I went a little bit in depth with like my fake plans and actually like used some real plans on it. But that is, yeah, I think that's what like a normal like littles or today section, I kind of combine the two, and then like whatever is spillover I can put in the other two sections. So and on the other side, I did flip my planner upside down to put in things. That's more of a personal thing. My left hand is absolutely useless in terms of putting down stickers. In general, it's not great, but right now I recently injured it. So there's just no dexterity in it, and I can like use it as a place down, like to hold down stickers like I am right now. But in terms of like getting things lined up, it does not work right now. I kind of feel dumb for injuring it. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. This is kind of making me nostalgic and really miss horizontal planning. So lastly, I guess not lastly, but next we are going to do the boxes. So I'm going to start by using the double boxes. I want to use the girl on these 2 days and then the planner on these 2 days. So I'm going to start with the lovely girl. Okay, so it's definitely not perfect, but honestly, if I was using this kit in my planner, what I would have done is I would have taken the girl and put her on the notes section and then like still split up the planner. I still think it looks pretty good, and I have done like vertical double boxes before. So now I'm going to do my sidebar. You can do this however you would like. I like it to kind of match, first of all, the rest of the kit, but I also like it to be very functional for me, obviously. So this is the time that I normally use like regular headers. I'm not going to, just for the sake of this being pretty. I always use a weekly ombre. And when I plan these out, I try to make sure that there's going to be a weekly ombre left in the correct color that I need to finish off the color blocking, which of course you don't have to color block, but I think it looks really pretty. And then lastly, we put in the quote box, Sweet as Honey. Alright, so obviously there is deco that I could add in, but honestly, there's not that much room. What I would usually do in terms of deco is if the top washi wasn't too busy, I would place some up there. So like in this instance, I'd probably take some bees and put it in some of the white spots, like I am doing right now, because it kind of like goes with it. And then if the washi, there was some deco that was small enough, I would put it around here. So I'm going to take some of the flowery designs and put it around the February words. It's going to cover it up a little bit, but it's so like thin that I think it'll be fine. And then the rest, what I would do as, like, let's say Monday is over and I only have like 3 to-dos on the list, I would pop that in. So lastly, I'm going to show you the 2 weekend banners. So the first one takes a little bit more planning, just in terms of like where you lay it down, because you're going to cover up whatever little thing you have here. You can always place it like, actually let's go ahead and place it right here. It does cover up my last little thing, as I said, but it's, you know, you can place it anywhere along there. Personally, I don't like that. It's just, again, very much a personal preference, so I'm going to grab the second weekend banner that comes with the kit. This is the weekend banner I would use, and you just place it right along the edge here on the words Saturday and Sunday. Oops, I placed that a little low. Ta-da! I did go over a teensy bit, so I might like trim that off, but you could, yeah, it looks great in my opinion. So anyway, that is how you plan with a horizontal kit in my shop. Let me show you what is left of the kit that I just used. First, we have the front page with all the flags left. I should have probably used one of those. We have the checklist page, which these checklists, I mean, they vertically fit here, so if you ever needed more checklists for whatever reason. Then we have the half boxes page that there's a lot of because I didn't put down real plans. Sometimes I would also take the habit trackers and put them in this section with like washi in between them. We have our little things page, which a ton of. That's our second. I'm trying to put these back in order. We have our first functional page, our second functional page, the headers page, and the bottom washi page. So obviously I didn't use all the stickers, especially because I'm not planning this out, but I never use a full kit when I put down stickers in my horizontal planner, just because there's just not enough room. Honestly, having switched to the vertical, there's a lot more room for like functional stickers and that. I think it's this top bar right here that like takes up a ton of room. Like there's just not as big of a sidebar section, and yeah, like I really do miss this. Like staring at this is kind of like very nostalgic, and I'm glad I got this planner, so every time I'm kind of missing it, I can go and I can like put together a spread using it. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll link my shop down below, but really this video was meant so that I can link it in all of my upcoming kit releases for horizontal, so I can send somebody in the direction so they can see what it looks like when it's all placed down. I hope you like this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.